Hello and welcome to our second tutorial all about building digital exhibits using Darwin. This week we're going to do something a bit more interesting and we're going to build a drag drop activity using Darwin's standard components. Let's have a quick look where we got to last week. Our exhibit's all about tea. We've got a front page here with no buttons on at the moment, but I can click the image and go through to our single page. We've got a nice line that appears just here. Various elements fly or dissolve in. That's easy to do using Darwin. I put some text in here, which I think I got from Wikipedia, so thank you for that. And here is a glossary pop-up all about Shen Nung. There's a bit more information in there. So what I'm going to do is make a new page based on this one. So I'm going to come out of this by hitting the escape key and closing that window, reopening in edit mode. Here we are back in edit mode again, and here is my tools palette. So I'll go to this page. Now you can put pages in any order in Darwin really. The way that visitors access them is determined entirely by your navigation, but I'm going to try and do it pretty much in order just to make my own life easier. And I'm going to click on copy this page and I'm going to call it drag drop. There it is. There's the two pages, they're the same. So I'm going to get rid of this on my drag drop page. Yep, delete the image. You can see here in the tools bar that it tells me what page I'm on. I'm going to delete this. Yes. I'm going to delete this. Yes, that's fine. And this text block as well. Now let's make this title slightly different. Which tea is which? This drag drop activity is going to be quite simple. It's all about matching the right tea to the right name. I'm just going to save this. Save and continue, and now let's have some elements. So what we're going to do is create some drag drop pairs. So I do add drag drop pair, and I'll choose my first T, and Darwin makes the image and also a drop point. So this is where you drag and drop your draggable item onto. If I do information about this, I can see that here is my draggable item, and it says in my info panel, the draggable object will drop on a drop point, and I can just highlight it just to remind me where it is in case I've got lots. I can also show smart text if I drag correctly, so I'm going to say that's right. So if I drag them to the right place, any smart text linked to drag and drop items will show that's right. So there's the first one, and now let's do another one. So I'll add elements, drag drop pair. There's the next one. That's going to that one, and we'll make that one say yep. I'll save that text, save as we go along. I'll add another element, let's pop that there now, and if somebody that's highlighting that, the green again is showing me drop point where you need to drop it to, and I'll say that it's well done if people get that right. And we'll do one last drag drop pair, and I'm going to pop it up here. We'll do these not very well aligned, so let's do that, and that's my drop point. Now, just to make life easy, at the moment, you drag them straight down. We can make that slightly more complicated in a minute, and that will say hurrah if you drag it to the right place. Now, the way that we display these bits of drag drop text is by having some smart text. Now, smart text does a variety of things. Here it is. It says click the info button to select the content. Smart text down here under action. Smart text can display a number of things. So we have visitor inputs and scores, which we could talk about in a different tutorial. The drag drop result, whatever the saved pages, so that's the name of a page, the date and the time, and all saved data. So we can store data, for example, we could make a survey and get people to vote for certain things, and then we can get the cumulative result of all of that. But for now, we'll just show the drag drop result. I'll make that a nice red color. I'll make that 56. And let's put this, we'll make it right aligned, and we'll put it up there. Just for now, you won't see anything unless you do a drag drop. Let's save that for a moment. Where's save? There it is. Now what I'm going to do is swap these two round and swap these two round. Now we need to have something to drag onto, really. So these drop points, by the way, can be any size. So they could be that big if you wanted to make it really tricky. You can obviously build jigsaws out of this kind of thing. You can use lots and lots of techniques to make your drag and drop pages very exciting. What I'm going to do is just do this with text for now. So I'm going to say add text, and I'll make my text about 40. This could be an image, this could be anything you like, really. But I'm going to say red tea. I'll make it centrally aligned. It's red tea. We'll copy that. Copy it again. And copy it again. Now this drop point, if I remember correctly, it goes from there. I can remind myself. Yes. So that is red tea. This one is that one. So I'll say that this is green tea because it is. This one goes to there. So we'll make that orange tea. This is not the world's most difficult drag and drop activity. And I've got caps lock on, but never mind. And we'll call this one other tea. Very, very exciting. Now the last thing we need to do with drag and drop is to fly the items in, because when we fly the items in or move the items in, we'll push these down pretty much straight away. When we move the items in, then that enables Darwin to reset the drag drop whenever anybody comes to the page. So I'll do push down, and that is one. And then we'll fly these up. We'll push these up after 2 seconds. Push up after 2 seconds. I'll just whiz through this, push up after 2 seconds, so you can see that it's really very, very quick and easy to build interactive pages with Darwin. What fun, what fun. And let's save that. I'm going to save and close because I want to run it and see it, but of course I can't because I haven't provided a way for visitors to get to that page. So let's go to the front page and we'll add a button. In fact, I won't add a button. I'm going to do something completely different. I am going to copy this text and change the size of it to something a bit smaller, and we'll say about tea. I'm going to make another one, copy. Not the most exciting title, but what I'm going to put over the top of this are hotspots. Hotspots are invisible buttons. And you can put a hotspot over the top of absolutely anything. It's probably most useful to put it in front of text because images can be buttons themselves. So this hotspot then is going to go to drag drop. And what we'll do is we will push up, I think. So the whole page will push up. That's great. I'm going to copy that hotspot and move it to here. And that's going to go to drag drop push up. I've just realized that's going to the wrong page. That needs to go to page 2. And I'm going to remove the action from the image in the background, which we had to start off with. And let's save this. We'll save and close. And we'll run it very quickly, all bouncing at the same time. That's going to take me to the About Tea page, which we've already seen. And now let's go to our drag drop game. Which tea is which? So if I drag this one, there we go. This is how drag drop works. It immediately creates a drop shadow. And if you don't drag it to the right place, then it doesn't work. But that one did work. And we've got our yep at the top. If I drag this to other tea, that's right. If I drag that to red tea, hurrah. Now if I drag this somewhere else, it doesn't work. Green tea, well done. Fantastic. So we finished our drag drop, but there is in fact something else that we can do. When all drag drops on a page are completed, you can make yet more objects appear. So you could, for example, make a button appear to take you to a new page, or you could make a celebratory image appear. So let's make a celebratory image appear, shall we? So what I'm going to do is hit escape, close it, edit again. So what I'll do is I'll come back to this page. Now I finished everything else. What I'm going to do is add an image. I'm going to add an exciting image of a teapot, I think. Let's have an R2-D2 teapot because we like R2-D2. Now, for now, all this is going to do is pop up into the middle of the screen. But this could have a button on it, this could have additional information, this could unlock new content. So you can, in fact, use drag and drops to almost do a kind of adventure game thing in which visitors are moving through your content and you're unlocking certain things depending on how far they've got. You can also do that with rules as well, and we'll get into that in another lesson. Now, let's bounce this up. We'll delay this by about half a second after all drag drops are done. So we're bouncing it, the delay is 0.4, and we'll show it when all drag drops are done. So let's save and close, and we'll try running the exhibit. There's the front page again. We'll whiz to the game. Which T is which? Now I think that's the other T. That says that's right in the top right hand corner because that's where I put my smart text. There's the orange T. There's the green T, there's the red T, and there's my celebratory image. Now if I come back out, come back in again for a different visitor, it's all reset. There we go. That's the end of this week's tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again next week.